hanging out with us, whatever day of the week it is. Okay, let us talk about the Frozen Four. Let's talk about Penn State playing in the Frozen Four for the first time. Let's talk about a couple different things, I think. Let's start with the big picture, and then maybe we can work our way back to the small picture, if that's okay. In that, as I wrote this morning or published this morning, I think what the biggest change or the biggest difference or what the true impactfulness of this season was for Penn State men's hockey wasn't that they just reached a Frozen Four, wasn't that they went on this incredible run. It was that they changed the way we collectively talk about Penn State men's hockey and look at Penn State men's hockey and consider it, for lack of a better term, a more serious sport now at Penn State. And I think a lot of that pertains to, for the first 10 years of the program's existence, it was more about the building that they played in as opposed to the output on the ice, so to speak. And I don't think that's necessarily fair to people that are in the know or coaches, players, people around the program, etc. But for the Penn State Nittany Nation community writ large, that's what people looked at, that's what people talked about, that's what people did. And I think this program or this season changed all of that. People were talking about the play on the ice. They were learning players' names. They were talking about what Guy Gadowski was doing. I even saw people complaining about players' performance the way they complain about other sports players' performance. I think collectively that was the biggest takeaway, and I think that was why the Frozen Four was such a big deal. And I think that was what changed this season as we kind of look back, and then we can dive into the Frozen Four itself specifically.
So I'm just following your logic, and it's a question for you to confirm to me. Okay. So this is bigger than players being drafted because it's the program overall as opposed to one player's talent who comes through for a period of time, right? Like the first draft pick was big. Now we've had a second or third, since then there's half dozen more. But this is more validating program-wise, you're saying, than any of that so far. Correct? I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, I agree with you, or I understand what you're getting at. Do you think the average Penn State fan, when I say that, goes to a couple Penn State football games this season or tunes into Penn State football games this season, knows Penn State has a hockey program, knows there's a volleyball program, wrestling program, do you think they could name you any of the three Penn Staters that are in the NHL or that have made it to the NHL?
Oh, I'm not sure they could name three players in the team this year.
Okay. I think that's why I say this was more about the program and changing the program ultimately.
Yeah, because I think you're right about the building, right? Like the first couple of years, it was, we built our student section as steep as code would allow to make them right on top of the ice, right? At some point, right, you kind of have to laugh at that, like you said. There's been this happy to have it phase, right? We got hockey, we're happy to have it. I think now there probably are a few more casual fans, and I think that was true the past couple of seasons and this season when they were struggling, right? Like casual fans who are showing up, or maybe hardcore fans who are showing up because they're not playing well. Like last year, there was a period, and they're still setting attendance record. They're still setting attendance record for a Friday night or a Saturday night. This season, even early on, when they were owing, people were showing up. Right. So I think that's in part the core people protecting it and maybe seeing how good it's in, and maybe they're close. But I think it's also some casual fans saying, "Hey, this is a pretty good event. I'm going to go there. It's going to be 2.5 hours long. It's loud. It's raucous. It's fun." I might not all that's going on there, but I know they make a big loud horn noise when the goal goes in the net, and people yell and scream. And the student section's fun. If it's the right game, they have the banner they pull up for the one series a season. So yeah, I think it was validating. Yeah, I'll go there. There's a couple things we'll get to that I'm going to play cynical Steve on that you're probably going to have a problem with, but I think
that's why we do.
I think yes, it's validating.
Okay.
Yes.